Hello Martin, thank you as always for the MTGA, it's great to be here. I have played you Misty today very nicely. Unfortunately I forgot to press record on Cubase, so all you'd have been able to hear is that instead of the proper tone. Now then, I've got quite a bit that I'd like to say today, perhaps most importantly Scotland, which I'll come back to in a second. I wanted to say thank you for the last video exchange, because every time you do a video exchange I like you to know that I've watched it and listened to it with real interest and hopefully taken on board what you've said. Interestingly, I don't see much of my parents. They live on the west coast of Cumbria. They're in their 70s now, but I happened to be over the weekend you did the video exchange, and my mum, God bless her, sat with a laptop shutting Windows 7 down, and I said, oh hang on, I'd got my phone, I said, I've got a video exchange from Martin Taylor, would you like to see it? My mum said, oh yeah, and my dad said, what's going on, what are we watching? So my mum restarted Windows and I sat in the middle of the couch with the laptop on my knee, and my mum on my left and my dad on my right, and everybody peering into the screen to have a look at Martin Taylor and listen to what he was saying. And what he was saying was lovely. Tone and feel, or perhaps I would call it groove, I don't know. But a sense of rhythm is something that people talk a little bit in terms of either having or have not having, and it isn't, I don't believe. I think that we could spend our whole lives developing a deeper and broader sense of rhythm, and that was very apparent when, after those lovely words he said, we then went and listened to Martin Taylor's rendition of Summertime, and the tone was vastly better and the feel was vastly better. You might notice I don't have the Gretsch today. That is getting ready to meet you in Scotland. That's with a guy called Gordon White, who's quite famous in Leeds for setting up guitars, and he looked at it, he said, this needs a proper, not a standard setup, a proper setup, so I'm looking forward to getting that back and bringing it to you in Scotland. Scotland, I'm getting a little bit nervous about, because I feel like I'm maybe missing the point of the MTGA a little bit. A few exchanges ago you said start untrue, and I did several times, a bit like my best man speech, which is coming up in about 3 weeks time. So I haven't got an untrue to play you yet, but this is much more the point of MTGA. But I am concerned of coming to Scotland and not being well enough prepared. So I've got a whole folder full of manuscripts here. You probably can't see that. It says Martin Taylor on it, and it's full. But Autumn Leaves is in it. In fact, most of the weight's Autumn Leaves. So is there anything specifically you'd like me to look at between now and then, or should I just sort of keep working at Autumn Leaves? I've taken up so much of your time already, haven't I? Yes, I am my best friend's best man shortly, and I'd like to play Misty and True and Take 5 and Summertime as incidental music if there's an opportunity to, before I do my speech and before I do something a little bit more rock and roll for a few minutes. So remember to press record on Cubase like I didn't do last time. So that should synchronise us, and with that knuckle crack, here we go. Well, that wasn't perfect, but it was okay. It was okay. And it was simple, wasn't it? It might be nice if I put a few more bass notes in there, I'm thinking. I'd love to know what you think about that though, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side of the video exchange, and of course in under a month in Scotland. So keep well, let's not have any colds between now and then, that's what I'm thinking. Cheerio for now.